All right, guys, how's it going?
How's it
We
going, man?
episode three now.
Episode number 3, yeah.
Crazy, dude. It doesn't honestly. It feels like our first one was so long ago.
Yeah, it does feel like a minute, but this has been really fun.
No, for sure. It's something I definitely look forward to every week. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
and it's been fun to be able to put out content and just see our stuff grow a little bit. I mean we're not getting much. Um, we're not growing that much, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of exciting to see it grow. You know.
Yeah, man, it's been a blast. I think we've connected with a new fan base too. We got a couple new followers, subscribers. It's been awesome. So
Yeah. So anyone tuned in, happy to have you here. And then people watching this after, we're also happy to have you here. So, let's start. How's your week going, man? What have you been up to?
week's going good. I think just a lot of homework. Semester's kind of ending a little soon, so I mean, grinding on some essays, getting ready for some tests. So, looking forward to the draft this next week, and yeah, it's been about
What is
mine. How
that,
about
Wednesday?
yours? I think it's Wednesday.
Uh, yeah, it's not too bad. Haven't really done too much. Been working on the channel and Instagram a lot, but other than
Yeah.
that, hasn't been too much. But yeah, I'm excited for the draft. I think we were just talking about we're gonna try to do a watch party for the draft. So we're gonna stream it live, and then just kind of react and have you guys like chat along with us and just see how it's
Yeah, I
see
mean,
how
I think that'd be really fun. I think a lot of people are hyped for the draft. We've been putting out a lot of content. So I mean, I think if that's something you guys want us to do, definitely like chat in here. Let us know because I think it'd be fun to see our reactions. Because having the first overall pick doesn't come around too often. So you might get a good reaction or a bad reaction. So
Yeah, I wonder how many of our viewers are actually Timberwolves fans, because I feel like we got a lot of Midwest followers, I'd say, and I
I
wonder
think
how
we
many.
do.
Because I just feel like our demographic. I wonder if how many of them actually follow the Timberwolves. Because I mean, there's not really many Timberwolves fans.
No, it's not the
Anymore.
it's not the greatest franchise ever. So
No, but so also yeah, some people are asking if we're done making fishing content. I noticed that, and we're not. We're not done making fishing content, but it's just super hard to do that with where we live. We live up in Minnesota. Or I live in Minnesota. Chris lives in Wisconsin.
yeah, so I think it's really tough, obviously, because in the Midwest, obviously, it's just really hard to fish because we're not great at ice fishing in the winter, and obviously, we are at different schools hours away, so it's a little hard to make that happen. But we're definitely gonna get some ice fishing videos out for you guys because I know it'd be interesting to see us do it. I think.
I think that'd be some good comedy, because I've only been ice fishing twice, I think, and I didn't use any, like I didn't do anything. I didn't make the whole day. So I, I think that'd be a funny video
Yeah,
for
that would
sure.
be a really funny video.
And we were even thinking about having a little ice fishing tournament if with anyone who's in the area who would want to come out and do a little tournament, Basshole Invitational Ice Fishing Edition.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'd be awesome if some of you guys hit us up and wanted to come do it. I mean, for sure, love to have you guys. I think it'd be really fun. Maybe even teach us some stuff.
Seriously, no, that'd be the best part about it. We'd be able to learn. Because like I don't even know, like with normal fishing, like it's so easy to move spots, and like you can just always move in with the trolling motor. But ice fishing, you're kind of locked down in one spot, you know.
I mean, yeah, you got to drill a lot of holes. I think too is the big issue.
But yeah, you probably get freezing out there.
Yep.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on Minnesota shutting down? Do you think that's gonna you think that's a possibility, or what? What are you thinking about that?
About the COVID lockdown?
Yeah.
I see. It's tough because I think we we tried the lockdown, but I think what's the saddest part is I think a lot of Americans are pretty stubborn. I think we can't lock down for more than 2 weeks because I think some people get really tired of it. But I mean, if honestly, in my prediction, I'm no health expert or anything, but I think if we just locked down for like a month, like just did our time, locked it down for a month, I think we'd be back to normal so much faster.
All right. Well, here's my take on it. So this is a double quote from my brother Will. So it's not a direct. I don't know the exact source. I think he said that it was The National Health Organization. I don't know. I wish I had a fact checker.
The World Health, maybe the WHO.
World Health. But they said that the lockdown was more detrimental than it was positive.
I could see that in many ways. I could see, just even the aspect of, I mean, there's a couple aspects, but I feel like no exercise, obesity could be one. I think the other one I think a lot of people don't know about is the mental health crisis. I think that a lot of people possibly went through.
Huge.
So,
yeah, definitely for sure. It's the mental aspect of it, and then also like relationship wise, like abusive relationships definitely went up just living in the house, alcohol and stuff. So I don't know if a lockdown is really the answer here.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. I think at some point I wish that first lockdown would have worked, but I think at some point, maybe we just gotta get things rolling back to normal. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of rooting to go back to normal, but obviously we're living in a spot right now where the numbers super high. I think honestly,
Yeah.
at least at my school, it's the highest it's been.
Yes,
and with the holidays coming up,
numbers have been increasing lately, and it's tough. I think a vaccine is the only thing that's going to stop this thing. So,
you really think? Yeah, well, what about the new vaccine that?
Well, yeah. What's the deal with that? Is it supposed to be out by Christmas or something? Did I hear?
Yeah. Well, it's weird that it came out right after the election that there was a vaccine. Was it 2 days after the election ended that they found a vaccine?
I don't know. I would hate to think that politics is involved in health, but I think sadly it's somewhat tied in. So,
all right, look at this. We got a question coming in from NG Shenanigans. How has the lockdown affected you? Me personally, if we go into a big lockdown, I'm going to be forced to move back home because I live in a dorm, and also I'll be without my job because I work at a restaurant. So, and yeah, so if we do go into lockdown, that'll affect me pretty hugely. Honestly, I'll have to move home and I won't be making any money.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he means we're gonna have one or about the last one. So the one was the last lockdown. It was almost a year ago. I think is when a lot of universities closed and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was like.
Yeah. So I think the ways that affected people is obviously Peyton and I both lived in dorms last year because we were freshmen in college. So we both got sent home, and I think that was really tough because obviously there's a social aspect of living with people and having your crew at college. And I think the biggest thing for us was going completely online was a new challenge that none of me or Peyton have never done before because we've never had online class. So I think it was a little hard to adjust to that. I think it made school a little bit more difficult than it even is because college is tough. And I think it affected a lot of people in different ways. But looking at the bright side of the lockdown and stuff, we figured out we wanted to do this channel. So I mean, there's always things to pick out.
Oh yeah, I was just talking to my mom about this actually. Like I kind of like the lockdown. It was really nice. Like just being with your family and like going for family walks and just like not really having to worry about much. And like also you only had to hang out with the people you really wanted to hang out with,
Yeah.
So like you were just literally just seeing people that you wanted to see, and you were just really narrowing down your like social group. And I feel like that could be healthy in itself.
Yeah, I think my dad told me too. I think he said that was the closest we've ever got our family, and I definitely agree. Like it was awesome to spend that much time with our family and stuff.
Oh, for sure. I like usually like 2 summers ago, I could not wait to go to college and just like get away and like start like growing up. But like this year, like honestly, I was like a little sad to go back. I just kind of missed being at home and not really having to worry about much,
It was almost like it almost felt like the year after, like it felt like we were in high school another year for that second semester because it was all just our friends from home again hanging out, and it was pretty much like we were doing high school because we were all just at home doing schoolwork and we'd do it together and stuff.
Well, I don't know about really doing schoolwork. I mean, there wasn't much.
You didn't have much schoolwork to do?
Not really, dude. It was well, I mean, just it wasn't too tough.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But yeah, I really did enjoy that, but I don't know if I'd want to do that again.
No, yeah, it was tough mentally for sure. I think on us and a lot of people. I mean,
Oh, for
that's
sure.
isolation stuff.
Oh yeah, and like I just hate the fact that like it could happen any day. Like any day we could just be sent home, and it could just like be like that again.
Yeah, I mean, you never know with obviously a new president coming in. You never know what maybe he wants to do or how he wants to handle it. But as a collective society, we just gotta get it done.
Seriously. But let's go. I got a little reaction, a video I want you to react to.
All right.
I was scrolling through YouTube, and you know how sometimes YouTube will give you sometimes YouTube will give you just like a random video from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like in your recommended.
Yeah, and you recommended.
Yep.
And yeah, I just got one of those. So let's pull that up right here. All right.
Oh, John B.
And I don't. Well, I think in the beginning of it, let's go. He's got this great graphic. First of all.
Let's see it.
Okay. Well, she's not. Yeah, she's not loading. Kind of.
That's OG. OG John B.
Dude, like I did not know this guy has been in the game this long.
No, that he was young. Oh my.
Hey guys, welcome to Fishing in the Midwest. So I'll be doing a little bit different. I have a lot of requests for asking me where do I get my music for my videos and how do I get it. You send me. One thing about this, it's not my music, even though it's not copyright. It's iLife music, which comes with a Macintosh computer if you buy one. And I don't feel comfortable emailing it to multiple others over the internet. Most people. And it's not my music, even though it's not copyrighted. And so I tried to figure out something, a solution.
So yeah, he's making intro music for people's videos.
Yeah, and I didn't know he had this musical aspect to him, but I think we should start using this as our background music.
It might have to, yeah.
I mean, on our next fishing videos, if we just threw this in the background, you think anyone would notice? Or
I mean, I don't know. I don't think maybe like some really loyal John B fans, but I don't know. He kind of looks like you. That's what you looked like when you were younger.
You think so?
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right. Well, let's. Wait, how do I end this stop?
But it's still got that same beat.
Oh, it's still playing. 1 second. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to, I was randomly like I saw that at like 3 a.m. one day and I was just cracking up.
That's a great clip. I think all the Googans had like they had one of the like a Googan podcast one time and they all reacted to that video and it was actually really funny.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Dang it! You'll
have to look that. You'll have to look that up. It was like reacting to our cringiest old videos or something. They all reacted to it.
Dang it! I thought we were gonna be like the first ones with that.
The pioneers.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna like break that clip to the world, and then like John B was gonna be like, "Whoa!" I thought he
take it down.
You know what I mean? But let's go into another Googan Squad thing, obviously, because that's kind of like the entertainment in the fishing community. That's kind of like the celebrities, you know?
Yeah.
Like in the sports community, you got your like LeBrons and all these other. But for us, like in the fishing community, what we talk about is the Googans, you know?
Yep.
So they recently put out a podcast. What was it called? What Happened in the Googan Squad?
Yes. What happened to the Googan Squad?
First of all, very clickbaity title. And I'm not saying I have a problem with clickbait because we've all done it, right? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, we all have our fair share of.
I mean, you got to do in the way that you just want to get a click as much as possible. You want to get a click. And then
Definitely, yeah.
you want to get people to stay after the click, so all you got to do is get that initial click. So that's why people use clickbait too much. But yeah. So when I sent it to you, you're like, wait, what happened to the Google Squad? Like, are they done, or are they like stopped making videos? But literally, all it was like an update of what they're up to. And what really made me angry in the comments was, so John B. Would you say that John B. always looks a little high?
Yeah, a little bit. He's always a little bit out there. I'd say
But I don't think
got
he's
that
actually,
face.
I don't think he's always high. I think he just looks like that. Like who's that guy on the Dodgers?
Oh, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger. He always looks high too, but I don't think he's always high.
No, I don't think he is either. Not during his videos, at least.
No, or same with Cody Bellinger. I don't think he's always high. I think that's just the way his eyes look.
Yeah.
So people in the comments were like, John B has a drinking problem. This is like the first steps of an alcoholic. And they're like,
No, man. I think the big thing is, like, of course he never went to college, so I mean, like,
right.
make up for it now at least while you're doing fishing videos at your own cabin. Like, I don't see a problem with that. And he always has people there. He's not alone. He's
Like,
just chilling and having a good time.
I hate people in the YouTube comment sections that are gonna try to judge someone else's life just based off of one little video.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Like, seriously,
really
like, yeah, the point that you bring up, he never went to college. He might have went to college for a year, maybe.
I think he maybe dropped out or something like that.
But like he missed that whole experience of his life. So like, there's nothing wrong with having a good time and enjoying his life. He's worked so hard to get to the point where he is right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And going off of that as well. So did you watch the RZR giveaway?
Yes, I did.
So I think everyone who's tuned in right now should go check that video out. I think we finally gave this RZR away or something. Razor. How do you?
It's a razor. Polaris razor.
All right, whatever. Close enough. But in the end of that video, he finally gives it away and he calls the guy live, and it's just like, it was really touching. I was like, this is the reason why you do stuff like this. Like,
it had a sense of like old John B, kind of like that. Yeah. That like, wholehearted John B.
Like, I just like hearing how happy that dude was, and just like how like he's literally, how much is that? $26,000 razor?
Yeah, that thing was definitely really expensive. Plus, besides the razor, he got a free trip to John B's cabin too. So like, it's a great deal.
Seriously, they're flying him out, and then they're finding a way to like get the razor back to California, and like, I don't know. It made me happy. Like, it literally just made me happy. It like made my night. I was like, that's awesome. Like, that dude's life is like, dude, your life is changed. Like, you don't have to keep the razor. He could sell that for probably like
a lot of money. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's life changing.
Yeah, and for sure.
But do you really think John B bought that razor? Or are you going to be on? You think it would get?
You know, it could have been a sponsorship deal, maybe to just get Polaris out there on his channel. But I mean, if I wouldn't doubt if he bought it. I mean, yeah, I think he does a lot of good stuff for his fans. So I mean, just the cabin trip by itself is a great experience. But
no, I'm not saying it like it's giving it away is like a huge thing. But I'm saying I wonder if he actually paid, like if he bought it or if he was gifted.
He might have some help with that. I think that'd be a very big giveaway to do on your own.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then another part of the video people were commenting on was Peric. He just seemed to, and I know everyone makes fun of him, dude, but he seemed just out of it. And like he recently, he sold his house. He sold all of his like belongings. He put like a yard sale out and just see, he said like he put his address and said selling everything.
Jeez.
Well, I don't know if, again, these are people just in the YouTube comments like trying to like judge someone else's life when they have no like understanding.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe he's going through something, but that'd be tough, you know, being in the spotlight that much and just having your life managed by other people, and you have to see that every day looking at your videos.
Well, and another thing, like he's like the joke of the Google Squad.
Definitely, he definitely is the one that he's the little brother.
We all got that friend who just like gets made fun of, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Most definitely.
I don't know. But like, yeah, like I feel like that would just get tiring, and like it would just suck always being the guy that just gets made fun of. Like in that video, he couldn't say a single thing without getting just made fun of. And I like once I started noticing it, I'm like, oh, this is like kind of not a bad. This is a bad look.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe that's part of the reason, because obviously you saw kind of a decline in the whole Guggen Squad videos. Like they're not as together as they used to be, and maybe that's just because mixed ideas of what they want to do next. Maybe one member wants to pursue this, but the other member wants to go this way. So, and then you have a couple other members that want to keep doing the same thing. So I think it's really tough as they've gotten this big to really collab and just do a ton of stuff. And I'm sure tensions get high between them sometimes. You know, they live together in a house at a point, and I feel like it's like the same thing with roommates. You know, you get mad at them sometimes, you forgive and forget, but you know, when you work together, live together, eat together, make videos together, it definitely can take a toll on people.
Well, do they live in the house? I
don't think so anymore. I don't think they all live. I think the house might still be rented out to do videos there, but I'm not sure if really anyone lives there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of stopped paying attention to the Guggen Squad. I really just watch John B's videos, and that's about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they took I don't know. It was a weird kind of fall. I think a couple years, it was either last year or a couple years ago. I think a few people made it out. I think John B and Lunkers are doing perfectly fine, but I think the rest of the guys are. You don't really hear about it. Flair's doing good too, I think, but
I was Ben, our good buddy Ben. We were driving to when we were driving to Madison. If you guys want to check out the vlog for that, by the way, one of the worst vlogs ever made. Seriously, it is terrible. It's about 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Yep, quick watch, so you might as well go do it.
Yeah, seriously, just give us the view, help us out a little bit. Come on. But we were looking up because I was like, well, yeah, John B is by far the biggest Guggen Squad, and he's not. I think he's the third.
No, I think Lunkers and Flair are the two best right now, because I think Lunkers included the military hunting and like shooting community, and I think Flair is a lot more country now and hunting and fishing and all that stuff too. And I think John just stuck to fishing, so I think they have a little bit more of an audience than him.
Yeah. But and Parrot, so Flair, Rob, what's Rob's name?
That's Lunkers. Rob Turkala is Lunkers. Yep.
Okay, and then Perrick, John B, and then there's one other.
There's one Rod.
No, he's in it.
Yeah, he came back. Well, one Rod's in it. Lojo's one of their new members, I think. I never really watched him. I think he does a lot of stuff with Rob, but yeah, the whole crew kind of disbanded, I think.
That's what happens though. You can't you put so many creative people in like a group, like it's not going to work out.
They had a great couple of years run. Like they sold a ton of Guggen Squad stuff. Yeah. They made a brand, and it was highly successful. And now they're making baits at the moment. So
yeah, let's clear up something. So we posted a picture. Well, we posted a clip from our last podcast or two ago, which said we left Guggen Baits. Which was kind of a joke because we never really were in Guggen Baits. We just kind of we were technically.
We did a pro staff with them, and I think some people in the comments got offended that we said we're in it, but we weren't in the Guggen Squad. We didn't. Some huge situation. Yeah, we were just pro staffing for Guggen Baits, so we said
Guggen Baits is different from the Guggen Squad.
Yes. And
the funny thing is, there was about 2 15-year-olds on our Instagram posts in the comments that were like, "Dude, you guys were never in it, bud." Like they're like, yeah. you can't leave it if you were never in it. Well, we were in it, but we weren't really in it because we didn't get anything out of that.
We were just ambassadors. That's all it was.
We weren't even ambassadors because what did we get? 10? Did we even get a discount?
Yeah, I think we got an online discount, but I don't think we ever used it.
We never used that. Nope. We basically did it for one Instagram picture.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know, some of our business decisions, but it's fun. But
hey, like we said in the last podcast, if you guys have any brands or anything or know anybody, reach out to us because we're definitely interested.
I mean, yeah, if you got clothing, look at this. It's in the frame the whole podcast. Any single clip we put out, Anything. We'll wear. I mean, I'll wear anything, honestly.
Yeah, I will too, man. I mean, Nike's cool, but like, I'd love to rep one of your guys' clothing brands or friend of a friend. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, and we'll just put it out. I mean, if we like it, of course. We're not going to put out any whack clothing. If it, we won't. But yeah, we'll only wear stuff that we like. But.
Yeah.
So enough with the Guggen, John B stuff. I don't know. I kind of like touching up on that. I do need to follow it a little bit more. I think so I'm more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
let's go into a little NFL talk. Huh?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's start off with this. Who is your rookie of the year right now?
As of the moment, I might go James Robinson of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's a very underrated pick, and not many people. I don't see many people. What is he, 6th in rushing right now?
He's playing extremely well. I think he's like the number 2 fantasy back or something crazy, like number 2 or 3.
Whose team is he on for our fantasy?
He's on mine.
Oh, cool. That's why.
No, it's not. I love Justin Jefferson too. I just don't think he's rookie of the year. I think he needs a couple more. He needs consistent games. I think Justin Herbert's definitely in the running for it. He's had, even though the record doesn't show it, he's had a couple great games.
What about Burrow?
I think Burrow is everyone's favorite. So I think Burrow probably will win it, but I think it'd be cool to see James Robinson win. I think it'd be really cool.
What about this scenario? People are talking about Tua coming into the talk, and after that big win against Arizona last week, do you think he even has a chance, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, so that whole situation's a little weird because the Dolphins are 5-2, which is first of all extremely hard to believe. I love Brian Flores though. He's an Andy Reid guy, or no, he's a Belichick guy. And he's coached that Miami team that's not very talented to 5-2, first of all. So I applaud him for that. But do you think the Ryan Fitzpatrick switch was a little weird at all? I thought it came at an interesting time because he had one of the best games of his career and won, and then they just pulled him. Like
I was seriously just about to bring that up in the next topic. I was going to say, what do you think about Magic going down like that? That's not the fairy tale ending I was expecting.
No, and I think the really tough thing for me to see was like I love the dude. I think he's so funny. Like when he was wearing the chains the one time last year, like that was hilarious. But yeah, he was really touched, and I think he was really sad. Like I don't know if you listened to any of the stuff, but he was like crying.
He's like, this is like really heartbreaking to me.
Because it's probably his last. Might be his last rodeo. I think. He's 37 or 38, and I don't know if another team's in the market for a backup position, but I don't know if he'd want to do that. I think
he's not a backup, dude. He's a very good NFL quarterback.
I think I wouldn't say very good, but he's a very fun quarterback to watch. And I think he can lead it. He can lead a team.
He's the definition of an average NFL quarterback. I spoke a little too extreme there. He's an average NFL quarterback, but he's very good at being average.
Yeah,
and I think the Dolphins were scared.
We can't knock Tua at all because he's 2-0, and I think Tua is going to be a really good quarterback, and he very well could possibly be the best one to come out of that draft in the long run. But I don't know. It was just really weird timing. I think you don't take the ball out of his hands until he loses you a game in a bad way.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I think they're scared. They're not scared of that they're scared that he's gonna be too good. They didn't want. They don't want
I can see that.
Oh, you draft Tua, but like Fitzmagic just took you to the playoffs. Like you got to keep Fitzmagic another year. They drafted Tua with that 5th pick because they want him to play.
Yeah,
they need him to play. They didn't bring Fitzmagic in there to be their starter. So I think they got a little scared when he was playing so well, and they're like, all right, we got to put an end to this before it gets out of hand. And yeah, I honestly think that's what happened.
So I think my kind of touching off of that, I think my thoughts on the AFC East, like as a whole, obviously it's really weird to see the Patriots at the bottom. The Jets are at the bottom, but the Patriots are one of the 2 last place teams in the division. I think it's really weird to see that, but I think if the Dolphins are 5-2 right now, and I think in this draft, if they address another playmaker at wide receiver and some offensive linemen, that team's a really scary team next year.
Oh, for sure. Tua is he's so good.
Very talented.
People kind of forget about him because of his injuries and stuff. But Well, going along with Tua, dude, what about Jalen Hurts, man? That's my favorite athlete ever. I'm that dude. Like actually,
It kind of I don't know, because Carson is a really weird quarterback, because I think he's talented, but he's been playing horrible the last 2 years, and I think like Jalen, what does Jalen get, like 3 plays a game, and they're all like option plays, and it's just him
or no,
getting.
he just goes out there and then they don't even give him the ball, but like it just
Yeah.
gimmick.
So I think like why like it doesn't have to be this season, but maybe throw Carson Wentz on the old trading block and give Jalen Hurts a shot. I mean, the Eagles are stuck in the middle. I think they're stuck in the middle right now, and they can't find out if they're terrible or if they're decent, because the NFC. First of all, the NFC East is just a joke of a division. But I think like for the Eagles right now, you really have nothing to lose. Like, why not?
For sure. And yeah, being in the middle in the NFL or any sport is the worst place to be. And as a Minnesota sports fan,
we've been always where we are.
In every single sport, we're always in the middle. You're not good enough to be the playoffs, and you're not bad enough to get a top pick.
Besides the Timberwolves, they're usually pretty bad.
Yeah, they're usually really bad. But being in the middle is the worst spot to be.
Yeah, I would 100% agree.
But no, with the Jalen Hurts, just like what makes me like Jalen Hurts so much as an athlete is the whole. Remember when he got benched?
Yeah, I do.
At halftime, and what was his record? Like 29 or no? Was it 29?
At that point? Lost like he didn't. Well, he didn't lose a game that season, I don't think, right?
I wish maybe,
because I thought because that was his second season, right? And I think so. He did. Yeah, they went undefeated, and he hadn't lost that season yet, and they pulled him.
They pulled him, and he didn't lose. Like he had one bad half. They pulled him, and then the guy that they replaced him with was better than him.
And you know what was sweet? The next year, Jalen Hurts got that same opportunity Tua got, and he won it
against Georgia.
Yeah,
the SEC championship.
Yep.
See that? No, I was saying like his story is it's like a movie, dude. And I think he like so he got benched. So he played really well, and people question his passing. Gets benched in the national championship. They win it, and after the game, you know the interview I'm talking about?
Yes.
When he was just super happy, and like people were like, "That's like he was happy for Tua.
Happy for his guy, yeah, for sure."
And that shows character right there. And then instead of leaving, everyone wanted him to leave Alabama, go somewhere else. He stayed one more year. He stayed at Alabama one more year, toughed it out, still fought for the starting position, lost it. And then Tua gets hurt in the SEC championship game, comes in, beats Georgia, and then he decides to leave, goes to Oklahoma, and is a Heisman finalist. And then they made the college football playoffs.
They did. I think they got beat in the.
That doesn't matter. They made
game. Yeah, they made. You know, I really do love his story too. I think it's really cool, and I think he had to make the Oklahoma move to increase his draft stock, just because I don't know where he would have gone if he didn't go to Oklahoma. He would have got drafted, but it would have been late. So I think it was. Yeah, I think hopefully the Eagles is a good situation for him. It's definitely a hard city to play a sport in because those fans get on people, but I don't know. Give him a shot. Why not?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, Carson Wentz, he's not that exciting. Throwing Hurts and just get a little action or a little excitement going in the city. Why not?
Yeah.
So tonight, Colts and Titans play.
Yep.
Tonight, yeah, it is tonight. Who do you got winning? Colts are 5-3. Titans are 6-2.
So these are two. So the Titans beat the Bears last week, but I don't see the Bears are a weird team. I don't even want to talk about them, but I think the Colts will probably come out on top tonight just because they have such a good ground game and their defense is just impeccable. And I think the Titans defense dropped off drastically last year, and they're not that good this year. So I think if the Colts stop Derrick Henry, I don't see a way they don't win this game.
So the thing about the Titans they're 5-0, right?
What's up?
They're out 5-0, the Titans.
They started out, it was either 4-0 or 5-0, but yeah.
And then they lost 2 games.
Yep.
In a row. And then they beat the Bears. So
yes.
I think people are forgetting how in the beginning of the year they were super dominant. And I don't know.
I don't know if I'd say dominant. I mean, the Vikings game I think kind of showed the the Titans' true colors if they get faced against a good. Because I thought the Vikings offense played well that game, so that's what happens when they face an offense that's clicking, and this Colts offense just moves the ball so methodically through the ground, and the Titans D line is I think they're one of the last in the league in rush yards per game. So I mean, that Jonathan Taylor with Quentin Nelson, Costanzo, that offensive line's really good.
So you're a big JT guy, I would assume.
I love JT. Yeah.
I have a funny story about JT. So we went to his pizza place 2 weeks ago, right? What's it called?
Yep.
Toppers. And the manager in there was just tearing him apart. I'm like, oh, because I was like, oh, do you know the owner here? And he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, because he had a picture, it's like owned by Jonathan Taylor. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yep.
do you do much? He's like, yeah, he comes in once a month for our meetings, but he doesn't know anything about pizza, so he doesn't really know what he's talking about. I'm like,
I'm like, what do you expect the man to do? He's in the NFL. You want him to manage a pizza place?
No, yeah, he's just owning it. Like he's doing
it to, I think, keep his heart in Madison a little bit, and I don't know. It was a publicity move for Madison, definitely.
But I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, this guy is really like, who is an expert on pizza? Like, like this dude's literally getting heated up to Jonathan Taylor for not knowing much about a pizza restaurant. But like, that's not he's football.
That I'm sure he's not even. I'm sure he put those duties on someone to run. I'm sure there's a manager besides him that's supposed to run the pizza place.
I'm sure the worst part of his month is going to those pizza meetings.
I guarantee you, when he has to make the trip from Indianapolis to Madison to go to Topper's Pizza, I'm sure it's just terrible. Or the video, video.
I'm sure it's Zoom now, but he's probably just like, all right, finally, I got a free night. And then his manager's like, wait, no, you got your pizza. He's like, oh, come on. So he's probably the worst part of his month that he does that. So that's probably why this guy is just not like Jonathan Taylor.
That's some good insider info. I didn't even know you asked him that. So for everyone who doesn't know, Jonathan Taylor goes to these Topper's Pizza meetings.
Seriously. So if you want to somehow get to Jonathan Taylor, leave like a review at Toppers, and somehow that he might end up hearing that review.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a little secret for Madison. But so you're betting you got Colts winning tonight?
I got Colts by let's go 21-17. Colts.
I'm really excited for this game. It actually seems like it will be a good Thursday night game, which we usually don't get.
Yeah, you got any guys going in fantasy?
No. Let's not talk about fantasy for my sake. I'm actually in 7th place in our league right now.
Yeah, you are.
I'm tanking right now.
Tank for Trevor.
I'm tanking for no reason, just to
tank.
But dude, I just keep getting screwed over. So I started off with dude, no, listen to this. I had Hopkins and Hilaire, my second and third round pick, right? No, first and third round pick. So like they're good. They're doing solid this year, right? And then the commissioner, I won't even say his name, but the commissioner offered me a trade for McCaffrey for those two guys. McCaffrey and Devontae Parker for those two guys.
Which is a great trade. I think you won that trade.
Well, at the time I won it, but then the next
Christian McCaffrey, that's just so tough. And isn't he out now?
Yeah, he's out again. I got screwed, dude.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I'm clawing my way. I could make the playoffs if I go off here. And I got Nick Chubb too. Nick Chubb was my 4th round pick. He hasn't played. So come on, you can't say I'm a bad fantasy owner when I got 2nd place last year. And then I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Can't predict that.
You can't predict that. And I think if you ever can get the best player, you always get taken, no matter what. Any league, any sports thing. If you ever get offered for the best player, even in real sports, not even fantasy, you always got to try to get the best player.
Talent over fit.
Yeah, just get the best player and build around him. So that's what I was trying to do as a fantasy owner, was build the team around McCaffrey. And, it just didn't work out. It didn't work out the way.
No, it did not work out for you.
No. Well, okay, so let's so on Sunday we're having a football player come in from Mankato State. But we're going to talk more about the Bears-Vikings game then.
Yeah, for sure.
But Dalvin Cook, dude, what's going on?
He's going off, man. I think that's somewhat attributed to he's a very talented running back, and the Vikings offensive line is playing good. So I mean, it's been working for them. They've won these past games by running the ball. Dalvin Cook has won them the game.
But listen to this. Once they open up the running, that's when Kirk magic comes out.
See, when Kirk's most effective is when he has to throw 20 or less passes.
Seriously, and everyone hates on Kirk Cousins too, but when we're running well, so usually the Vikings formula is pass on first down, run on second down, and then force a 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 7, and he has to make a tough throw when they know we're going to throw. So when we can get play action, running, and it really opens up the field for him, that's when Kirk magic is the player we want to see.
And I think it's going to be a great Monday night game. I always love these Monday night Bears Vikings games. Don't go too well for you guys, but I mean, I don't know. We'll have to stop Dalvin Cook.
I mean, people called me crazy. Actually, no one actually watched the video, but when I said the Vikings are the best 1-5 team of all time and that we're going to make the playoffs, I'm standing behind that right now. I seriously think that the Vikings will make the playoffs this year.
All right, that's a hot take. I mean, it's the year to do it because you have the expanded playoffs. So I mean, it's possible.
But going into the year, like we were, no one was disrespecting the Vikings. Everyone's like, yeah, the Vikings are going to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no one said the Vikings are going to be. So like we're a good team. We just started off rough, and now I think we're on the cusp. And when we beat the Bears, that's 3 in a row. I mean, that's what's going to turn the season around for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slugfest. We'll have to see. Two teams that don't score too many points. So
yeah, I'm excited for that. So let's go into a little NBA talk. Let's start out Russell Westbrook. What do you got to say about the Houston Rockets situation? So last night I got a notification, or yesterday, that said James Harden is in. Like he's focused on building the Rockets, and then like 2 hours later, it's just like Russell Westbrook wants out.
Yeah, so I don't think this Houston Rockets team, I don't believe in their small ball. I think it can get them to the playoffs just fine. They can score points, but when they have to go against like a Lakers or a Nuggets or a Clippers in the West, like Anthony Davis is going to dominate that team. So I think what they need to do is, I think trading Russell, I don't know. I don't see Russell Westbrook as a great fit in Houston. I think you trade Russell Westbrook to whoever, get a couple assets, maybe get a big man back and play some basketball that works and that can defend people. And I think, you could get some valuable assets.
What about this? Who's the French basketball, the French draft prospect?
Killian Hayes.
Killian Hayes. You trade Westbrook to the Knicks. What pick they got? 6th?
They have the 8th.
Trade Westbrook to the Knicks for the 8th pick. Get someone else. Get like a Kevin Knox or something, and then take Killian Hayes because I think that's what Harden needs is a guy who doesn't.
I think so too. That's a great take because I saw that Bleacher Report article too, and I think weren't the two teams that were interested were the Knicks and maybe even the Suns. I think.
I didn't see the article. I didn't see the article. That just came to my head randomly.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook requested. There's a lot of insider info that say he's good as gone.
He wanted to go to
the Hornets.
I don't know about the Knicks, but I feel like I think the Knicks are a good. I feel like that'd be the perfect spot for Westbrook.
I think what New York needs is, I think they have so many young guys that could play good roles around a couple superstar players. Like Mitchell Robinson, I think is a great player, but he needs a star. I think RJ Barrett's a great player, and I think he needs a guy too. So I mean, I think if they filled out that line instead of KD and Kyrie going to the Nets, if they instead went to the Knicks, that could be a championship roster.
For sure. But yeah, dude, I think with Westbrook, he's such a hard player to put on a team.
See, this is the issue I have with Westbrook. He's a fun player. He puts up great stats, and his teams lately just haven't been able to cross that threshold. I'm not saying he's a selfish player, but he needs the ball in his hands so much, and that I think it dampers the abilities of his other teammates that can make plays for him. Yeah,
I think he's just like, it's hard to build chemistry around a player like that because he always needs the ball in his hand. And the thing about most superstars is they always all need the ball. So when you put too many of them on one team, unless they see, like with Anthony Davis, he's a superstar because of his defense and rebounding, not necessarily his scoring. LeBron's a superstar mostly because of his passing and other things. So that's why I feel like they're such a good, why they have such good chemistry. When you have too many guys who need the ball in their hand, like Harden or Westbrook, I feel like that's where you run into problems.
Yeah, like you'll make the playoffs with those teams because it'll be enough to beat the bad teams. But when you get to a tough Western Conference, like I don't see the Rockets winning one game against the Lakers, honestly. And what did they played the Lakers in this season? Didn't they win one game or something?
One or two, but it was the Lakers. Well, yeah, the small ball. I'm actually kind of a fan of the small ball lineup. I just didn't like the way they did it on the Rockets.
I think small ball is okay, but I think what is more valuable is I think the Timberwolves actually are kind of forming into today's NBA, having Karl Anthony Towns who can shoot a three ball like that. He's the best offensive big man, and I know people could say Jokic too, but I think Cat he's the best 3-point shooter as a 5. There's no doubt in my mind. He's extremely lethal, and he can run the court and has good vision. Like that's exactly what you want. You want a 7-footer who can do all that stuff, and then surround him with guys who are fast and athletic.
So so we're turning into the LaMelo Ball fan page, honestly.
Yeah, we really are.
We're working on getting LaMelo on the podcast, and
it's a dream. But if he comes to Minnesota, we're gonna try to make it happen. I think we praise him enough.
He's our age. It's like hanging out. We can hang out with him.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome. And I think like LaMelo in Minnesota would be so sick for so many reasons. Like me and Peyton grew up watching, or like when we played basketball in high school and stuff, that's the dude we watched on Ball is Life. Like that's where all our basketball videos came from. That's the guy we watched, was that Chino Hills LaMelo team. And I think he fits in today's NBA perfect. Like a 6'8" point guard with, I'm going to say, elite passing and elite vision, because the passes he's making and ball handling, the passes he's making at his age are incredible. I think he's shown glimpses of he can hit the long ball. I think he just needs to take better shots and fix his form. I think he has but I know this is a controversial statement, but he's in a tier of his own in this draft, in my opinion.
That's what I've been watching like the ESPN draft stuff, and it's weird. All of those analysts on ESPN are pushing LaMelo to be the number one pick. But that is ESPN. So the thing is, they are trying to get the number one pick to be like the Zion Williamson, the guy with the most publicity, because that's how they get the most views. So I feel like that's why ESPN, because they're saying it's undisputed, like what you were saying. They're saying he's in a tier of his own, and they're saying like I think that's just ESPN doing that, because it's not that simple. Like he's not.
I'll definitely. So I think this is no knock on Edwards and Wiseman either, because I think they can be all stars of their own. They each have great. If like one of the guys on ESPN said about James Wiseman, he's like, if you were to build a center in the lab, that's the exact physique you'd want. He's so athletic, and I think it's the same with Anthony Edwards. If you were to build a shooting guard in the lab, he's who do you want? 6'5" at 225. I think, but with LaMelo, so Mike Schmitz was the guy who made that tier list you're talking about. I think he's the main ESPN draft analyst, along with Javoni, and I think so he interviewed 98 out of the 100 draft prospects. So I think that's why he's my number one guy, and that's why I listen to him, because he analyzes he sits down with them. Some of them were online because it was after COVID, but with like LaMelo and Anthony Edwards, he sat down with them, did an hour-long film session with them, and broke down their game. So I mean, that's why I trust him the most. And I think the other thing was, he was the only scout in the 2018 draft that said Luka Doncic should go number one instead of DeAndre Ayton.
All right. Yeah, dude. He did seem pretty knowledgeable. And like the thing about what you're saying, these guys are made in like, that's how you'd make them in the lab. The thing about LaMelo is no one would make him in the lab. And that's
he's a really unique player.
Like no one would ever make a scrawny 6'8". He's not athletic. He's really not that athletic.
He's not going to jump out of the roof or anything, and he's not the fastest guy, but his intangibles and his basketball IQ is what makes him so good.
This is where I'm going at that point. That is why he is such a good – that's what's made him such a good basketball player, is not having the intangibles athletically. It's forced him to become smarter about his game, and like that's why his IQ is so high. That's why That's why his ball, because he's been forced to work on other things of his game. And then once he finally got his height came along, because he wasn't that tall always. But
No,
once he finally got that height, that's when he really actually became a top prospect. Because up to a year ago, maybe he wasn't in the conversation. He wasn't.
He was probably a first rounder, but I don't think he was a lottery pick.
I think, dude, last year I think he wasn't even like he could, or 2 years ago when he went to Spire Academy, he couldn't be ranked in like the high school rankings.
I think he was 22 in the high school rankings.
All right, right. There was something where he couldn't be ranked because he like played internationally. So
his shoe messed up all his stuff. He couldn't go to college because of his shoe. So I mean, it's tough to analyze someone who had to go to Lithuania when he was 15 years old, and this is like the most unique route anyone has ever taken to play basketball before.
The prison camp in Lithuania. What's that place in Russia where they send like the prisoners?
The Gulag? I don't know.
No. Up north. It's like the northern region of Russia where it's like.
I have no clue.
Come on, you do. Okay, Siberia.
Should I pull a Jamie? Oh, the country. Okay, I thought you said like a name of a prison.
I think Siberia. That's where they send like the prisoners in Russia, like they used to.
I think during like World War II and stuff. Yeah.
That's what like when I think of Lithuania and LaMelo going there, that's what I think of. Like LeVar just sent him to freaking like just terrible. Like I don't know what Lithuania looks like or like the geology of it, but it just sounds like just a terrible.
I mean, hey, but like we all LeVar is a little crazy. Let's not kid ourselves. He's a little out there saying he can beat like Michael Jordan and stuff. But he said all three of his sons were going to be in the NBA, and so far he's 2 for 3 because if we're going to count Jello, he's in the G League, so he's a part of the association. He could be moved up, and then he said. Lonzo and LeVar said it themselves. LaMelo is going to be the best one out of those two, and so far it's looking like it.
Well, yeah. Think about like everyone's like, "Oh, Jello's trash," right? Everyone's like, "Yeah, Jello is not Jello, he's terrible. He's like, he's a bust, dude." The guy's in the G League. Think about anyone in Wisconsin, like in the high school, like no one has ever made it to the G League. Like if someone from our high school made it to the G League, like that would be like
huge accomplishment.
Like Henry Ellingson, he's in my conference. He's in the G League, and everyone's like, he's like a god around here. Like everyone knows Henry Ellingson, and like Yellow, like he makes it to the G League, and everyone's like,
it's gotta be so hard being under the spotlight like that. Like I think that's why I think Lonzo's like we've talked about this before. We both think Lonzo's a good player and could be a great player. He's only like 22 or 23, but he's had so much pressure on him, and he's had so many different situations already and I think he finally found his place in New Orleans. I love him and on the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. I have a Lonzo Ball Lakers jersey. I got it when he was drafted, a fake one, But yeah, dude, LeVar, like I've always said this. He's such a. I think he's one of the best.
He's a great dad. I think like he gets on his sons, but in a great way. Like he probably LaMelo probably didn't have the best work ethic, but his dad was on him 24/7.
Well, just imagine your dad like just like saying, "Oh yeah, my son is like, oh he's gonna make it to the NBA. Like all my sons are gonna make it to the NBA." Like people like to say that as a bad thing, but would you not want your dad to have that confidence in you?
And the confidence is. Yeah, he's right about every single one so far.
So yeah, while some people say LeVar is like the worst dad ever, I've heard that before. But like,
I think there was one. I think the JBA was the only bad thing, pulling him out of high school. But I mean, it could have helped playing in Australia. Helped LaMelo get to the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, if LaMelo doesn't play in Australia, I don't think he would be in this. Like, I don't think he would be as highly like. Touted as he is right now.
And he's been working out with that Jermaine Jackson guy, that former NBA player, and he's an agent now for a lot of guys. But he looks like he's putting on muscle too. You know, if he can get over 200 pounds, hey,
for us skinny guys like that, we know how hard it is to put on the. We know.
Yeah, for real.
We know how hard it is to put on the lbs. It's not.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's not the easiest thing. So in the comment section, we have our future guest actually this Sunday. 8:30 p.m. Central Time. He wants a little recap on the Corona hot take. We're saving those actually for when you're on the show, Jacob. So just be ready. But anyone who's tuned in right now, you will want to be here Sunday at 8:30.
Sunday will be the coming out podcast. It'll be the greatest
Right.
podcast we put together.
Seriously, and it'll be really fun to have a guest on here.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll add a little action than just me and you on the screen. I don't know how how that'll work really with the three people on the screen, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we will.
So, do you have any any weird YouTube channels that you follow or watch? Because I know we talked about because we share this YouTube channel, the Basshole, but we also have personal ones. But sometimes I'll just be scrolling through the homepage and I'll just see the weirdest video and I'm like, Chris definitely watched that, and that's coming up on recommended. There was this one about this guy in the jungle who he lived in this place with this clay that you could easily move around. And the video was him building houses of clay, and he built underground tunnels and swimming pools out of the clay. And I was like, dude, Chris definitely was 2 a.m. just bored out of his mind and watching this video. And now I'm watching this.
I've never seen it. It must have just been recommended. I was looking up chimpanzee videos or something. Maybe that's how it got in there. But
we have the weirdest home.
But that's awesome. See, that's exactly what I want a recommended page to be. Just dude, YouTube's genius. They know what our idiotic brains are gonna click on. They put the dumbest video in front of us, we're gonna click on it.
Well, let's not praise the YouTube algorithm too much because they haven't really helped us out much.
We'll get there.
Sooner or later, they'll help us out. But what I wanted to get at is, dude, I found this series on YouTube, and it's literally the coolest channel I've ever seen. And it's called Ghost Town Living.
Oh. And
it's about this guy who bought a ghost town in California, a ghost town, those old-fashioned ghost towns.
I've seen that in our recommended, and I was like, that looks sick, and I know you've probably been watching that.
Seriously, dude, I'm gonna pull it up. It's called.
Because I think I saw a YouTube ad for it too. It looks really cool, actually.
He literally bought. I think it was $1.5 million, and he bought the whole ghost town. Now let me pull this up for you guys. So it looks like this. He bought that whole town. Imagine buying a town. But so he bought the ghost town, and during the pandemic, he actually moved out there and just started living there, and he started making videos. He was completely alone up there, and it's really the cool. I don't know. I can't imagine how cool that would be, just to literally live in a town by yourself. And what he's planning on doing is he's planning on renovating it and making it like a rental, a place where people can come visit. And he's actually built a huge following over it.
That's sick. That is awesome. So I think definitely that's just cool because there's going to be a bunch of tourism there. And maybe he makes that back into a city. That's awesome.
Yeah, but also I feel I don't know if I'd want.
No, I think I'd want it to stay as a ghost town too, a little unique, stop, not a real city.
No, yeah, and he just but imagine how weird that'd be. Just living in a ghost. So it overlooks Death Valley. So obviously the views are just amazing. But he's literally just been there alone for probably 8 months now.
That's awesome.
And he explores the mines.
Nice.
It's an old mining town, so there's just a bunch of mines all over the place, and he just goes in and checks them out, and but that would be scary in itself.
That's actually so sick. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to definitely watch that. But yeah, I don't know. My YouTube lately, I feel it's just been I've just been watching a bunch of draft and fishing stuff, and just I don't know. Just a lot of basketball content.
So you can get your knowledge up, and you can make me look bad on live.
Yeah, exactly.
Going out the top Israeli prospect and stuff like that.
Yep.
But so what else? So do you play video games ever? Or you probably
I play. I try to play a little bit each day. I just try to get some free time. I try to get some free time to myself and play an hour or something.
Really?
I usually just play I'll play 2K or I'll play GTA or something like that. But I don't know. What do you think about when do you think do you think you're gonna get a next gen console?
I don't think so. I've never been the biggest gamer. I never have, and you probably know that. My mom didn't let me have an Xbox till I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
So I was always behind by that. I never could play first-person shooter games until I was in high school. So obviously I got bullied for that as a kid. So I was always pretty insecure about my gaming abilities. So I never wanted to play with people because they'd get mad at me. If we're playing like duos in Fortnite, people would get mad at me because I sucked. But so I've never been the biggest gamer. I kind of just casually play it, and $500 right now for a new console, I just don't. And at the point of my life right now, I just don't see myself using it to like. If I was a freshman in high school, yes.
Yeah.
Sophomore in high school, yes. But right now, I don't know if it'd be worth it.
I agree with you on that. So I think when the PS5 and Xbox One came out, like we both had 360s or whatever, but I think I got it maybe a little bit before you, but I think I got mine like 2 years after it came out when it was like 300 maybe for Christmas. So I mean, like I don't know. I like the current gen's fine, but it like also sucks when you see like other people like having a ton of fun and like new games are coming out on the next one, but it's not worth $500.
Maybe what's the digital version? Is that 300?
The digital PS5?
Yeah.
I don't know the price of that one.
I think there's 300 and then the disc ones are 500. So maybe like sometime down the future, if there's a new game like Fortnite, almost like a game like that, where like I feel like then maybe it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're both in a point in our lives where like video games, I think, peaked like a couple of years ago. Like I think we're both. I don't like the only reason I played video games in high school was just to play Fortnite or something or Call of Duty with my friends, but. I don't know. Playing alone gets boring, and I think like I don't know. I'm at a point where it's starting to maybe not be as fun as it used to be. So I don't know if a $500 investment's worth it.
Dude, let's talk. So Fortnite, dude. A lot of people hate on Fortnite, but honestly, like during like the quarantine and stuff, Fortnite was the most fun I've ever had.
Yeah,
playing video. That was so much fun, dude. We'd get like what was it called? So my two brothers, me, Chris. And like 6 other random people that I was like 6 other of my random friends that like don't even have like they're not like like some of them aren't even mutual friends. We'd get on like that what is it?
I think it's like Playground or whatever. Like you can like go into an arena and like battle. That was so fun. Like that's the most I've ever had. That's the most fun I've ever had on Fortnite.
There'd be 12 voices just like going off. And then like people wouldn't even know who they are. And then Henry, my little brother, would just be chirping the crap out of like, college kids. And I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah, it was awesome.
But Fortnite playing it like alone solos is not.
No, it ain't it.
No, I don't even know. Like, oh, another thing. So I'm hosting a 2K tournament over Christmas break, and it's gonna be very competitive. And what I'm thinking, so you were at it last year, right?
Yeah, I won it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give you that.
I won it last year.
I didn't want to give you that credit. But the thing, like, so this year, what we're gonna do is, so last year, once people lost in the tournament, they kind of stopped like paying attention,
Yeah.
So this year, we're gonna put betting odds on every single game, and everyone has to bet on every game. Even if it's like 50 cents, everyone has to bet on every single game. So you have to bet on yourself if you're playing.
Yeah.
So it's going to keep everyone engaged the whole entire tournament.
All right. I like that.
I'm just saying, well, even with COVID, I think we're gonna go on without even with COVID, but I think
I think we can do it.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. Ben Gilbert comment. He's a very frequent listener of the show. Can we get some insight on the new logo? So the new logo, it's not permanent. It's not like our official. Like we don't know if that's going to be our official logo or if it's just kind of a placeholder right now. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think I designed it.
It's a good idea. I liked it.
I don't know how to pull it up. Right, I'm trying to figure out how to pull it up. But if you guys want to check it out, go to our Instagram. It's very simple. And so going off of that, we're going to start selling stickers here. But there's a twist on the stickers. It's called no profit stickers. And so what we're going to do is, it sounds exactly like the name. We're not going to make any profit on these stickers. And we're going to sell them to you guys for exactly how much it costs for us to make them, ship them, buy the postage, everything. and you guys will get it for that exact price. And we're gonna try to come out with them once every couple weeks, maybe once a month. Maybe we could have a different like sticker every month, and it's just a way for like everyone to get like to show that they're fans without having to spend them a lot of money. And we're not doing it for the money; we're just doing it to.
Yeah, I mean these stickers aren't going to be anything crazy, but there's cool things you can put on your wall, put on a water bottle, just something cool to. It's kind of like I think there's a lot of channels that do like T-shirt of the month club or stuff like that. So I think like sticker of the month would be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, but obviously, so we're not going to make shirts. I mean, what do we got? 106 subscribers right now.
Yeah,
I want as much as I want to make T-shirts. That's not going to happen. So I feel like the best way to do it right now is just like stickers.
Exactly.
Other ways, just to like, I want to build a really core fan group, and what we do right now, we got about 3 or 4. We got 1 or 2 actual fans, or maybe 5. I don't know, but
we got fans. I think we got some fans that appreciate it.
I think it's really cool, and I want to be able to like stay engaged with them and not lose like I want to if we like when we make it big, which we will. I'm saying that right here. Once we
guaranteed right here.
Yeah, so you guys just want to hop on the bandwagon early, but the people that do, like, I know them all by name. I know them by first name. I know, like, we got Real Life Fishing. We got Colton. Well, I don't know Colton's. I just know him as Colton. But we got these guys, and like that, those are the people we're always going to remember as our first fans. You know.
And you know what? Who knows? Maybe down the road, if things pan out, maybe we can do a special appreciation thing for some of those guys. So.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, so this Sunday is kind of our big podcast, and I didn't want to wait till Sunday because these podcasts are something I always like look forward to doing.
Yeah.
You know, so I wanted to do another one, and I think you agree. Like it's kind of the one thing I look forward to in the week. So I didn't want to have to wait all the way until Sunday. So I think this is a good one to get in the middle of the week, but the real one's Sunday. So we want to get as many people tuned in, and actually we're going to be giving away our huge giveaway prize, which is right here. We did a giveaway on our Instagram. If all you got to do is comment on our post, and you have a chance to win a $10 bill. So we're going to be revealing that winner on Sunday, and we'll also be joined by Jacob Dalton, who is a Mankato football player. And also, it's kind of annoying. This is our most live viewers we've had, and we just gained, like right now, we have the most viewers right as we're wrapping up. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to watch it back.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, do we have any more topics we could talk about?
Oh, you got it. Hey, you come up with that. Come on. What do you got?
I think we touch a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to think of like a really abstract topic, maybe that's what have you been eating lately?
What have I been eating?
Yeah. We'll share with everyone the college diet.
Well, for me, dude, my college diet's kind of messed up. We got a terrible dining hall. I don't want to offend anyone, but the food is below average. So I go there about once or twice a day, and then we also have a place called Sexton Dining, which is kind of like the fast food, like subs and burritos. So I always get one of those a day. Usually I don't eat breakfast, but sometimes I eat breakfast. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, my diet's not that great in college. If I had to be honest, I miss my mom's cooking.
Oh yeah, hey. Definitely same here.
See, look, we got the Johnnies always are very defensive of the Reef, but Jack, if I'm going to be honest, man, it's not.
By the way, Jack, I absolutely love the Led Zeppelin profile picture. That is awesome.
Well, and we got Jacob coming. The Reef. Come on. It's kind of like a cool thing to like say you like the Reef. Like it's like, oh yeah, I love the Reef, but no one actually likes it. Like there's two things. Like if it's tenders, chicken tenders, those are good, or if it's Asian chicken.
Okay.
But really, I miss my mom's cooking. There she is. She's coming. I know. I honestly
hearts for her favorite son.
What? So what
are you the favorite son? I don't know.
No. That's not it. But that's just how it works with Henry.
Yeah.
But so what do you eat?
I don't know. Like it's just been, it's tough. Like I kind of missed the dining hall last year because like I'm not gonna lie, it like literally sucks preparing food. And like it's just like something I could be doing homework or getting stuff done. But like I try to eat eggs in the morning. I feel really good if I eat like I feel energized if I have something at least in my stomach, and eggs do that for me. At lunch, I've been on the frozen pizza grind a lot.
You've always, dude. Your mom, every time I would go to your house, we would always get
Yeah,
some
frozen pizza is awesome. It's one of those quick things. Just pop in the oven, you're
The thing
done.
about frozen pizzas are there's like everyone has their own. Like for my family, it's Jack's Pizzas 100%. We always
Yeah.
have 2 or 3 Jack's Pizzas in the freezer. For you, I feel like you're more of a DiGiorno.
No, I don't like DiGiorno actually. I like Tombstone and Jack's. Those are my two go-tos.
Who's lots of matzo? That's like that's a weird.
I don't like that's a Wisconsin frozen pizza.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's like a Ben Gilbert. He's with lots of matzo.
Just way too much cheese, man. Like I think the crust is like honestly like hot take, but like crust is the best part of the pizza. Like the cheese on there and the sauces to complement the crust. And I can't taste the crust when there's that much cheese on the pizza.
Oh, all right. Adamite's coming in. Haggis. What is a Haggy, Jack? Can you elaborate on that?
I don't know what a hedgie is.
We might have to try. Should we start going into the food review category? I really think,
dude, I was thinking about that today. Actually, I was eating some pizza for lunch. I'm like, why don't we like review like why don't we have like maybe an end cap for a video? Like, oh, let's review something.
Well, no shit, Jack. Of course, it's a pizza. What is it?
I think I've heard of Hedgie's Pizza. Actually, it's a frozen pizza.
Oh,
I think.
Hey, real life's coming in on the stream. That's what we like. That's the OG.
What's up, real life? Hey, real life. We got a quick question for you. We're starting to do guests, and I think he should definitely be the first fisher we have on the show.
For sure. We'll start out with Jacob on Sunday, but real life I feel like will be definitely the first fishing guest. I'm really excited for that because I don't know. We're not going to talk much about fishing.
Yeah, we like to. I mean, we love fishing. We don't. The honest truth is, we can only talk about it for so much without being clueless about what we're talking about. So it'd be nice to have someone else on there to elaborate with us too a little bit.
Yeah, I think it'd be super fun to get real life on here. What were we talking about? Food reviews, dude. I think what would be a really fun thing is to get in a car with a few guys, like a few of our good friends.
Yeah.
And just order one of everything off the McDonald's menu.
Okay, so you're talking about like a mukbang. Like, do you know what those are?
No.
So what a mukbang is you go to like, say like, I think they do a lot of Taco Bell ones, but these famous YouTubers go to like a Taco Bell, order one of everything off the menu, sit down with each other and talk about topics. It's like a podcast with food.
Dude, because so I started working at a sub shop a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm getting scary good at making subs. It's a little too scary to the point where I might become that might be my profession. And so like
part-time sub maker, you full-time YouTuber.
Yeah, it's an art. It's like food making is art. So like what I want, like it's cool to like think about like what people like, because every sandwich on the McDonald's menu, they put in work for that. You know, like there's reasons why
there was years. I bet years of testing for that one just type of product. I bet.
Yeah, like the Big Mac, like every single ingredient on that they chose out. So like I think it's just cool to like it is an art form, food.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Underrated art form. But yeah, I think that'd be a fun episode just to like get 4 or 5 guys, order one thing, cut it up into pieces, and just talk about every single thing on the menu.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd definitely do that.
And we could do
yeah, I think that's a great idea too, and maybe even incorporate some music in there too. Maybe try to.
All right. Well, who are those guys that just listen to the albums?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, they just sit in the car and listen to music and react to it. I think, right?
Yeah, dude, I'll do that for who's an artist? J. Cole. If J. Cole comes out with an album, I'll do that. I'll listen to it.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so last week, if you guys didn't know, we talked about some music, and I told Peyton to go listen to an album that was kind of like weird for both of us. It was the new Machine Gun Kelly album. But what'd you think? Because I know you listened to it.
I did listen to it, dude. seriously, like I usually I didn't know you were that into music. Like I've never like when I go to like my music, like when I listen to like music advice from people, I never really. You're more of an old fashioned music guy, you know. Like I like,
A little bit, yeah.
like you enjoy the older music, but so like
Yeah.
I wasn't going into it with the biggest of expectations. Like I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
Yeah.
And first time through it, like there's about 2 songs I liked, and I was like, you know, it's
Yeah.
not bad. It's a little hardcore for me, like the rock aspect
Yeah.
of it. But then, dude, I just kept listening to it, and dude, I really enjoyed it. I like the one with Trippie Redd,
Yep, that one's sick.
the one with Halsey,
Yep.
the last song, which is kind of depressing. It's play this when I'm gone. That dude, that's
Yeah,
my favorite.
I thought it was just a great mix because I like that type of like punk rock, but like I get how it's a lot for some people, but like I thought it was just such a good album because I like not like sad music, but I like a little bit slower music like that too. So he like incorporated rap, which obviously we both like. He incorporated rock, he incorporated some slow music, and he incorporated some pop in there too. And I thought it was just blended perfectly.
Oh, dude, honestly, it was a great album. And what it did
You don't expect that from Machine Gun Kelly.
What it made me do was go back and look at his other music. And I'm on my phone right now because I'm looking. Have you ever heard "Let You Go"?
Yeah, I have actually.
Really?
That song's really good too.
Whoa, whoa. That's a great song. Everyone's got to listen to that song. Well, yeah,
for real.
I'm on the bandwagon. I'm seriously on the bandwagon. I really enjoyed that album.
I respect that.
But for me, like I'm a big music guy, but there's just been no like music lately that has really caught my attention.
Yeah, there's been nothing that's really like because like in high school there was some drops like Coloring Book, like Forest Hills Drive, like freshman year, like there were some like banger drops, like Damn Too by Kendrick Lamar. But I don't know, there hasn't been any of those really this year.
I'm looking through my music right now. I just don't like. So obviously I've talked about Lil Baby, love Lil Baby. Polo G, I mean, he's kind of on the.
He's all right, yeah.
But see, I just like for me, it excites me to have new music. So that's what the MGK album. Like, I just love having a new album just to like listen to always, and like, you know that feeling when you like a song and you're just so excited to listen to it. You know that
you just want to play it again right away too.
Every time you get in the car, you're like, hell yeah, I get to play this one song.
Yep.
I love that. Like that is the best feeling. That's why I like music so much.
It is a great feeling.
And I just love like. So are you do you like taking aux over? Or what are your aux thoughts?
I mean, like what do I play, or do I want to get on the aux, or?
Yeah, do you like it? Because I feel like the aux, some people hate being on aux, and other people.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like it's like a job to do at a party almost, because you got to make sure like you're throwing everything on right at the right times. Like I don't know, my playlist is a little unorganized, so when I do it, I have to like go through it and look at it. So like. I'm fine with taking aux. Like I love taking aux because you get to play your music, obviously. But like when you're just like chilling and like, yeah, it's a lot sometimes.
See, I'm the biggest fan of I love being on aux because you literally can control the whole tempo of everything.
Of the party, yeah.
I'm not even saying
you get to control you get to control the vibes of like any situation if you're
the puppet master when you're on the aux. If car ride, you can get like. And I just love like the feeling of like you're listening to a song, then you make the connection to the next song, and then when that song comes on, someone's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I just love doing that.
Yeah, that's the best feeling when you get someone else on your music.
So yeah, for my future career, I'm thinking sandwich maker during the day.
Yep.
DJ by night, and then podcaster in my free time.
Yeah. Why not?
So I think I've figured out my life just on this podcast alone today. I've figured out what I want to do.
What do we made some hot takes. I think we made I think we had some coronavirus hot takes. And I think we said we guaranteed a famous YouTube channel.
No, I guarantee
we believe in it. We're the biggest bettors on ourselves. So like I don't know if it comes off as arrogant, but I'd bet on ourselves making it over not making it.
Seriously, because like for me with school right now, it's really not that
school is just not entertaining. Like I don't know.
This is what I look forward to every week. This is what I look forward to every week is doing like this podcast, and I put so much time, like we put so much time in outside of like the podcast, like building up the brand and like trying to like,
Yeah, man.
I don't.
Instagram's a grind.
And the thing is, like, we haven't really had any luck yet. Like usually, like getting big has to do with luck, you know. Like you can't get big without a little bit of luck, and we haven't had any luck yet. So I think once that goes together,
yeah. Well, once the stars align, I think we have I think we put a lot of time into this channel, and I think why not us? I don't know.
You're sounding like
Russell Westbrook, wasn't that his thing? Why not?
No, you're sounding like D Rose right now. That's what we're going. We're being like Derrick Rose in his MVP in his Rookie of the Year speech.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, why not? Why can't I be the best player in the league?
Yeah, there you go.
That's us. That's right here. That's us. But I do like the way our channel's going right now with the podcast.
I like the trend a lot. I think we're a little like we were never on edge because we love doing it in the summer too. But when it was just fishing, and we realized that wasn't like it's one of our number one passions. But there's so many other things that we like and that we want to bring to the table. So once we had the podcast, once we did the first podcast, like me and Peyton talked about it after, and we're like, yes, like I think we finally found out what we want to do.
Well, no, it's just like the fishing videos, like I'm too creative of a person to where like the fishing videos just like got so redundant editing those where it's like, all right, you make an intro, you do the GoPro footage, you do the time lapse, you do like few drone shots, but like I want to do different stuff. Like the thing about the podcast that I like so much is like we can talk about sandwich making, coronavirus, NFL, NBA, like the amount of topics we've talked about on this episode in the last hour and 22 minutes is honestly, it's kind of ridiculous how much stuff.
Yeah, it is. I think like maybe even in the future too, we have like maybe specialized podcasts about one thing and make like a big hour-long podcast about this thing and maybe this thing. But also like I think the miscellaneous ones are super fun, just a bunch of different topics.
Seriously, like and the thing is like I have a little script here with like a few things to talk about, but like I think the best things that we talk about are just the random stuff that just randomly comes up to your mind. Like,
oh, I 100% agree.
And I'm so happy.
I got another one. I'm gonna cut you off right here because I just figured this out in my head. Like it just clicked to me talking about food. But what are your top 3 fast food restaurants at the moment?
At the moment? All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what's fast food though? What is fast food? That's the big question.
I count fast food as meals within 10 minutes or less.
All right, and do you have to order it from the counter? Or does
it can be counter or drive-through. No waiter.
10 minutes or less. All right, so it can be healthy too.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm not going. All right, so number 1 for me, Popeyes.
Okay, that's an interesting one. I didn't think you'd say that.
Really? Come on. And the thing
I know you love Popeyes. I should have
started with third. I should have started with number 3. So I'm gonna go back to my third. My third favorite is Chipotle.
Yep.
Just a great overall restaurant. The price is a little high.
Price is high, but it fills you up. Like if you got a whole burrito in your stomach, you're good for a good amount of hours.
Number 2.
You're forgetting an important one, no matter what, that I'm gonna have to throw in. But
where you get Cane's, Chick-fil-A?
I mean, I know you're gonna pick one of those. But...
No. That's 5 and 4.
Oh, really? Okay. I think I know what your number 2 is.
2 is McDonald's.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Dude, come on. All
right, give us so 1 through 5 listed again.
All right. Cane's is number 5.
Yep.
And this is a huge debate I would always have at the lunch table. Cane's or Chick-fil-A.
And it's easy to me. It's easy.
I remember sitting there with the hands. We're like, all right, sauce goes to Cane's.
No way.
Dude,
no way.
Get out of here. Cane's sauce.
Get out of here. Chick-fil-A sauce is okay. Go ahead.
Cane's sauce. Cane's has the sauce, but Chick-fil-A's got the chicken. Chick-fil-A's got the versatility. Cane's has got the consistency. You're always getting the same thing with Cane's. Cane's is open on Sundays. I mean,
yeah.
Come on. How many times in your life have you wanted to go to Chick-fil-A and you're like, shit, it's Sunday?
It's been a few, yeah. It's definitely been
a few. I feel like I only want to go to Chick-fil-A on Sundays.
Yep.
But I just the people at Chick-fil-A is why I'm putting them at 4 and Cane's at 5. They're so nice. Okay. I don't know. I think some people in their life just need to work at Chick-fil-A just to become nicer people.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
I think we should. I don't know.
Whoa.
Something. I think we should make a shirt or a shirt that says "You need to work at Chick-fil-A."
Okay, yeah, I like that. It's like one of those like little yeah, I like that.
So all right, so I'm going Cane's at 5, Chick-fil-A at 4, Chipotle at 3. Actually, no. Cane's at 5, Chipotle at 4, Chick-fil-A at 3, McDonald's at 2, Popeyes at 1.
Okay.
That's final.
I like that list. I like it. I might have to go from top down. So number 1.
No, you gotta stop it. You gotta start at 5. You can't.
I gotta start at 5. Okay, let me get my list
we
together.
We have 6 viewers right now. So if they hear your number 1, they're gonna leave.
Okay,
so you gotta draw them in. We gotta keep all 6 of these viewers in right here.
For 5, I'm going Popeyes.
Why?
Number
Why
4.
Popeyes? Why Popeyes?
Popeyes, I like their chicken sandwich.
What, spicy or regular?
Regular. I like their regular, and I think their fries are underrated too.
All
right. For number 4. So this is tough.
Because you eat out a lot. I
do not. Not that much. Not anymore, really.
Time you're like, oh man. Well, yeah, you used to in the summer. Okay, put your leg.
Maybe. Okay, so number 4. I'm gonna have to go with.
See, we lost it. We lost a viewer.
I'm gonna go Chipotle 4.
All right.
Chipotle's 4. I like their burritos. Number 3. I'm gonna go Cane's. Number 3 is Cane's. Number 2, Culver's. Best fast food burger out there.
All right.
And number 1, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. All right. I feel like you. I don't. Not that you're. I'm not saying you're a nice person. I'm not trying to compliment you. But I feel like you'd be a good Chick-fil-A worker. But also, I think you're over loyal to Culver's because they were an employer of you.
No, like I'm not even joking. Like I think they're like if there's any, I don't know if there's anyone that watching from down south, but if you don't have a Culver's, it is like the combination of their butter burger with the cheese curds. I might take that over Chick-fil-A some days.
Really? Okay. Well, here's another take right here. So the thing about McDonald's, why it might be above Popeyes, is the price to quality ratio.
Yeah.
How much is a butter burger at Culver's?
Let's see. So like a meal. So like if you're just getting a butter burger, fries, drink, that's $10.85, I believe.
Just the burger.
Then that's got to be like $5-ish, $5.50. I don't know.
That's 5 McChickens right there. It's like seriously.
Yeah, I get that, but like I think I don't think there's any. Okay, yeah, but like I love McDonald's. I love McDonald's chicken chicken nuggets. Those are fire. But I think McDonald's makes their money on the fries.
You like the fries?
Yeah, the fry. I think they have the best fast food fries. I think.
You know what the weirdest trend ever is? That really makes me angry when people are like, "Oh, dude, that McDonald's Sprite hits different, man."
Nah, man, it's the Coke. I think it's the Coke, isn't it? Isn't that what everyone says? The
McDonald's Coke, dude. Oh,
yeah.
Hit my chin on my desk.
Well, isn't the reason it's just chilled or something? I don't know.
Well, it does taste different, but like
maybe they put more. Maybe they put more sugar into it. I don't know.
But no, the thing is, like, that's such like a hot take. Just to like have everyone have the same hot take, it doesn't make it a hot take anymore.
Makes it a cold take.
Yeah, it's a cold take. It's just like it's overdone.
It's a boring take. Yeah, overdone. I agree.
It's someone like hearing a joke somewhere and then just telling it to you like it was their joke.
It does taste a little different. Like I think it's better, but like I don't know if it's like game changing. Like I'll go there just to get a Coke.
No, it's definitely the Sprite. I think that is better. Sprite.
Are you sure? I can we get a comment? I think it's the Coke.
I don't know, but let's just say this: Sprite is one of the most underrated pops.
I agree. I like Sprite.
I think it's not many people will say that's like they enjoy Sprite. When they say what's your favorite pop, no one really is going to go for Sprite, but it's still refreshing, you know?
I like Sprite. It's a good summer drink. I think it's a little bit lighter than Coke to drink in the summer.
Yeah, for sure. So you keep coming at us with these great topics. What else you got for us?
Whew, okay. So we already talked about consoles and stuff. Okay, let's see. Since Badger football is actually coming back this Saturday against the Michigan Wolverines, who are 1-2, who do you have? Graham Mertz is at the helm. He will be healthy.
Oh, your buddy Graham from your dorm last year?
Yes, he lived in my dorm last year.
All right, so yeah. Well, with Graham starting, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I don't know. I don't really follow college football. I'm not gonna lie, but just because you're a Badger fan, I got to go with Michigan. And
I mean, but like Michigan's lost to some bad teams this year, though.
Yeah, but they also beat the best team in the Big Ten.
Oh my gosh, dude, the Gophers might be one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. They've had some terrible losses. How are you going to lose to Michigan, who loses to? I don't know.
How are you going to lose to Michigan, who beats Wisconsin this week? That's not a bad loss.
I mean, we ran over Michigan last year, who was a better team than they are this year.
But dude, who's your favorite? Do you remember Bernard Robinson?
I do, the Michigan quarterback.
Yeah, I just randomly thought. I don't know, but that guy's a beast. But yeah, I got Michigan. Michigan at +7.
+7, okay.
I don't know how that works. So like
how betting works.
Like, yeah, so I was listening to Joe Rogan and let me pull it up. Joe Rogan.
I'll try to kind of explain it. So like,
and Mike Baker, yeah. So
I think like the way the plus and so if a team's +7 or whatever, that's the over under. So like I think you have to. So part of your bet is the over. You can bet over under. So yeah. I think you make more money betting the over under. But like, I think like if you see like the -200 or the plus 100, obviously the minus means that's the favored team and the plus is the underdog team. So I think what it is say there's a -200 on let's just say Wisconsin this week. You'd have to bet $200 if it's a -200 to win 100, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And then the other way around, I think a +250 would be like you have to bet $100 to win 250, I think.
All right. So for this 2K tournament I'm hosting, how would we do that for the betting?
I don't know. I think you just maybe honestly you could just do one-on-one bets, like one person takes this team, the other person takes that team, and you have to rock paper scissors for the first shot at who gets to take which team. I
was thinking more we set up rankings and then we do plus minuses. Or like favorites. We have favorites.
I think I bet once as like a joke on an app last year in an XFL game, and I won like $30, but I don't really know how it works, so we'd have to research that.
Yeah, but no, I always wanted to get into betting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like little amounts. I think it's fun. Some of my cousins do it and they enjoy it.
Yeah, it kind of makes sports fun again. Like it makes it.
It's like fantasy. It's fantasy football for every sport, I think.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like for fantasy, like if I didn't play fantasy football, I don't think I would really
watch it like a ton of NFL games. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes whoever invented fantasy football, dude. Hasn't fantasy football been going on for like a long time?
Manually, yeah. I think like people actually like use like manuscript and wrote stats down and stuff. Oh, that was interesting. I don't know if I like myself on that side.
I know. I was just gonna say, like, you look so weird on that side.
Yeah, it looks off.
That's your bad side, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
Wait, I put you back. But yeah, dude, honestly, I think this is our best episode yet.
Yeah, this was a great episode.
It was fun. I mean, not much. We didn't talk much about fishing, but that's not what we're here for. We're not the fishing. But I'm really excited for Sunday, 8:30. Jacob Dalton joining us. I'm seriously excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
And I hope I really want to get a lot of live viewers on that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe to some of our viewers, repost on a story or something. We're going to be advertising this, I think, every day leading up to Sunday. So we're going to try to get it out there as much as possible. We hope this is our biggest turnout because it's a Sunday podcast too, during like afternoon, like, or what time are we doing it again on Sunday?
8:30.
Yeah, so it'll be like during a Sunday night football game. I don't think any Packer Vike, none of those teams are playing. So I mean, or you could just have it on in the background too. But I think we're gonna aim for. What do we have? We had like 25 tuned in at one time. The first live stream we did. 13.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to get. I think 25 would be an awesome goal.
All right, I like that goal. And also, hey, head over to the Instagram. This $10 bill could be yours. That's 10 McChickens.
We'll announce that Sunday too.
We'll announce it Sunday live. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone tuning in. I thought it was a great podcast.
Yeah, I think this is our best episode yet, for sure.
Yeah. Make sure to check out any of our other videos. Oh, check out the worst vlog ever on our YouTube channel if you really want to see. It's a really bad. Leave a dislike if you want. I mean, I deserve every dislike that's left there. So we'll end it right here. See you guys 8:30 on Sunday. Have a good rest of your week and a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate it a ton. I mean, every little view counts. We love that. So yeah, we'll see you guys Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.